Now, there was a very peculiar car launch in Britain today. It's the Tesla S electric car, which claims to be able to reach 60 miles an hour in just over 4 seconds, finally putting an end to the idea that electric cars are basically milk floats without the raw power of a lawnmower engine. Well, the Tesla S is the brainchild of the American billionaire Elon Musk. He made his fortune in PayPal and other ventures and is now spending it on the Tesla project and sending rockets into space. I went to meet him in West London.
What we really tried to achieve with the Model S was to create a compelling electric car, something that was really different from people's prior experience. Because most people, last time they drove an electric car was probably a golf cart, or maybe a milk
float.
A milk float.
Yeah.
So that they're used to, their idea of an electric car is something that doesn't look good, isn't fast, doesn't have high performance, has low range. We wanted to break the mold of all of that, and so produce something that was beautiful, had high acceleration, incredible handling, had tons of capability, lots of room, and really was better than any gasoline car. That's what we sought to achieve. This is the front trunk.
With nothing.
Yeah, with nothing in it.
Now, if somebody buys this car in the United Kingdom now, how many places are there where you can plug it in?
Well, anywhere there's an electrical outlet.
Anywhere?
Yes.
There's nothing special about the electrical outlet.
The charger is built into the car, so you can plug it in anywhere you go. You can plug it in if you're traveling somewhere, if you're at a cottage, at a hotel. In addition to that, however, we're going to be creating supercharger locations throughout the UK. So you'll be able to charge anywhere at a Tesla supercharger location. And one of the things that we do with these supercharger locations is that they're free. So if you buy a Tesla, you'll be able to travel for free anywhere in Britain. And it's free forever. And I'll add one more thing to that, which is we're going to be installing solar panels at all of the supercharger locations, which are intended to develop or generate more electricity in the course of the year than the cars consume that charge there. So the net result is that you'll not only be able to travel for free forever, but on pure sunlight.
Well, on this question of our energy bills, which is a huge political topic here now, have we got it wrong in terms of where we're sourcing our energy?
Mark my words, solar will be the single largest producer of energy in the UK long term. And you may say, well, isn't it rather maybe cloudy around here?
I was going to say, have you ever been outside?
Yes, and even though it's cloudy, you still get probably 80 to 90% of the energy coming through the clouds. It's just that you don't have that bright point source of a sun. And a way to appreciate this perhaps is to look at the fact that plants are essentially a solar-powered chemical reaction. And the UK is a very green country.
Now, you live in Southern California and Los Angeles, you travel a lot to San Francisco, and you're also interested as a big thought in whether it's possible to travel by what's called a hyperloop. In other words, you go at 800 miles an hour on the ground, essentially, kind of like a train from Los Angeles to San Francisco. I mean, do we suffer from generally a kind of low level of ambition? Should we think bigger than HS2 and think about something like this?
I think so. I mean, for reasons beyond the objective, we'll get there faster, it's like you want to do projects that are inspiring and that make people excited about the future. Life's got to be about more than just solving problems. You want to get up in the morning and say, yes, I'm looking forward to that thing happening. And I guess that was my essential disappointment with the California so-called high-speed rail. It's like I was looking at that, wow, and it's like, well, they've got better things. They did better things in Japan 30 years ago. They've got something way better in China. Why are we doing this and spending so much money on it? And it's going to take 20 years, and by that time we'll be 50 years behind what they've got in Japan. I mean, this just doesn't make sense.
And that
was my reaction.
That was your reaction to what's happening in California. Yeah. We are behind California.
Oh my God, really?
Difficult though, maybe to imagine. So I mean,
that's brutal. That's most unfortunate.
The other big part of Musk's life is with his company SpaceX, which is committed to improving rocket technology and even getting the human race to other planets. Do you see, really, the future must be in space for the human race? Do you really see this? This is not science fiction, this is actually going to be a fact.
Absolutely. I think history fundamentally bifurcates in one of two directions. Either we are a multi-planet species and out there exploring the stars, or we are a single planet species waiting around for some eventual extinction event. It's really that I personally I find more motivating, which is going and setting up a base on Mars would just be the greatest adventure ever.
Not everyone's a fan. Back on Earth, Tesla sued the program Top Gear after it rubbished the Tesla Roadster. Tesla lost. So, what does Musk think about Jeremy Clarkson?
I think, well, Clarkson's show is much more about entertainment than it is about truth. And I think most people realize that, but not everyone. And I've actually enjoyed a lot of his shows. So it's not as though I just hate Top Gear or anything. He can be very funny and irreverent. But he does have a strong bias against electric cars, and he particularly seems to hate American. Like his two pet peeves are American cars and electric cars, and we're an American electric car, so we're in the worst possible situation for someone like Clarkson.
So do you see this as missionary activity? You're over here trying to convert Jeremy Clarkson.
I don't think there'll be any converting of Jeremy Clarkson. Okay. That seems quite unlikely.